Hello and welcome, folks, to round 6 of Shadow Online Gaming's Spring 2018 Tournament of YouTubers. Today, we have a true David versus Goliath matchup featuring the undefeated Mountain Dew and myself, Ragnarok. Commanding the forces of Mountain Dew is the legendary Turin. If you haven't heard of this guy, you definitely want to check out his channel. He's one of the best, favored heavily to win the whole tournament. Um, yeah, just an excellent player, always striving to get better and better. His channel is, yeah, very good. Lots of great replays on there. In any case, let's take a look at what we both brought to this fight. Turin, he's playing as Bretonia, and let's quickly take a look at this lineup. So out front, he's got a pair of peasant mob. These guys are obviously just going to be used to pin down units and just, absorb punishment from. Most likely, he's expecting me to bring archers to this fight, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure, to be honest. 2-foot squires, or sorry, 4-foot squires in the center here. These are their best infantry. Very solid unit. They've been buffed or debuffed a little bit, nerfed a little bit in some of the patches, but very good, solid infantry. And then 2 men-at-arms on the edges. Actually, maybe there might even be 3 men-at-arms. There's one over here, and then I think there's one on the edge of the woods and one actually inside the woods over here as well. Yeah, so 3 men-at-arms actually. Commanding this force, he's got the Fey Enchantress, who I'm not sure where she is at the moment. On this side, we've got the Questing Knights along with a one of the Grail Knights over here as well, and then he's got a Grail Knight on the opposite side. He's got a Grail Relic in here somewhere. Yeah, the Grail Relic back here. And then he's also brought the Green Knight. I think he just did that for fun. Not exactly, not really the most competitive pick. At least I'm going by what he's told me. All right, so my force. Let's see what we've got lined up against this. I have Phoenix Guard on my flanks, and then lots of spears, 4 spears, and then we've got some White Lions of Trace, along with more Phoenix Guard and more spears. So 4 spears, two White Lions, and 2 Phoenix Guard is what I brought. And then in here, bolstering the lineup, is a Loremaster of Sotek, stripped down with just Spirit Leech and the Earthblood, and then Tyrion in the middle. I really wish I'd brought Tyrion on horseback, and again, Tyrion is definitely not really a competitive for this type of situation, but I wanted to just use something that I'm familiar with and just stick with the new friendly lord. Teclis definitely would have been much more competitive with the nets and some of his more powerful spells to help. But to be honest, I have no experience whatsoever using Teclis, so just stick with Tyrion. I really wish I found a way to get him on horseback. It would have made this a little bit more interesting. And then but something a little bit different. I haven't even really used these much in my campaign, but I thought I'd give them a try here. 4 Illyrian Reavers. The army that I had initially settled on, I tried in some multiplayer matches and actually got smashed pretty bad. Actually, one of them was a match with GobboKing. He was just happened to match up with him in the quick battles, and yeah, basically I had a Star Dragon in there, and he pinned the Star Dragon, and just basically I could do nothing with the Star Dragon. So decided not to bring it and just try something completely different. Another motivation for me to bringing these guys is I just wanted to see, how far behind Turin I am with sort of microing these kind of troops. More or less, they're just going to be kind of a nuisance, but I was really hoping that their missiles would be able to wear down their knights. And yeah, the final reason for bringing these is maybe to run down some of their archers. But yeah, Turin pointedly pointed out that yeah, as Bretonnia, you don't typically want to bring archers against the High Elves. Stating the obvious, but, you know, to myself, I didn't really think about it at the time. But yeah, obviously you don't want to bring the Bretonian archers because they're gonna be a little bit outmatched by the High Elf archers. So obviously you didn't bring them here. So yeah, so I'm just trying to get in here and see what kind of damage I can do to these guys with the Reavers. So I basically set them to skirmish mode, and then I'm just trying to manage them a little bit as well, just trying to keep them out of trouble. And now he's spotted them, and he's gonna begin his relentless pursuit of these guys, which, you know, even though these units are faster, he's gonna hunt them down quite ruthlessly. Killed a few of the knights in that first volley, so I mean, I think those are his knights anyway. Yeah, so they're doing a little bit of damage here, just slowly whittling them down, getting some shots in the back of here, and he's bringing over his cavalry to force. Now the thing is, what I should have done is, I mean, I should have done a number of things differently here. Probably should have stayed hidden for a little bit longer, let him push up, and I should have tried to force this engagement, because once these Reavers are out of ammunition, they're pretty much going to be useless. And yeah, it remains to be seen whether or not they're going to be able to neutralize this force. A lot of ammunition is being exhausted on the Green Knight here, which is probably not a good idea, because he's got so many buffs. He's caught one of the cav over here, and this light cavalry is going to get cut down very quickly. And now I'm pushing forward, but he sees that he's going to recognize that I'm pushing forward and pull back, I believe, as this engagement continues over here. Just, yeah, more or less just becoming being a nuisance to his troops over here. But I've gotten a few kills, but nothing. These knights are so well armored that this is, yeah, just basically pin pricks. And yeah, so he's starting to fall back. He sees that I'm pushing forward. I feel like having Tyrion on horseback would have been a lot more fun, dueling out here with this cavalry force. But yeah, the Reavers are probably a bad pick here. Would have been nice to actually have a little bit of archer support or something over here, but yeah, I don't know. I probably did not put together my best composition. And now that I see that he's pulling back, I'm actually being more hesitant and pulling my troops back. I don't want to end up chasing these guys and getting them exhausted. Is my reason for doing that. But yeah, probably should have forced this fight while this is going on, while I've got his cavalry distracted, because once his cavalry gets over here while these troops are engaged, it's going to be a game over. And he's finally caught these guys in the woods here, I believe, or looks like the Green Knight is. Yeah, relentless pursuit, just could not keep away from him, and just not enough missile damage on these guys. And over here, looks like he's going to use the 2 units to corner this guy. And we're at a standstill here. Just, yeah, need to force this engagement. Get on the move. What are you waiting for? Because, yeah, we're outmatched here once these Reavers go down. I mean, even with the Reavers here, it's, yeah, not going to make much of a difference. But, yeah, he's happy just to clean this up, to mop this up. The Green Knight is almost impervious to damage here from these forces, unfortunately. So definitely not a good fight. And yeah, we're still got 1 unit around. The other units, I guess, have been chased off the field at this point, or been killed. The Green Knight is going to catch these guys eventually. And here we go. We've got knights crashing in here and getting in behind my lines, and causing quite a bit of trouble. And just, yeah, my lack of mobility here is gonna be a huge problem. Definitely not a great composition. The Phoenix Guard charging straight into them, and yeah, just pulling out right away, just getting the charge, and yeah, well, we've got nothing to pin these guys in place. And yeah, this is going to be a major problem for this fight. And bringing the Reavers back around, but they've finally been caught by the Green Knight. And bravely, albeit stupidly, these guys are going to fight it out with this guy who is going to cut them down one by one, I would imagine. And oh, here comes his friends, and yeah, that's not going to be good for these poor Larian Reavers. So I'm moving forward again, finally trying to push this engagement, but I think it is almost certainly going to be too little too late at this point. I mean, the matchup is okay for, you know, I've got some elite troops in here. Unfortunately, the Sword Masters would be much better suited to this particular fight. But the Fey Enchantress, I believe she gives a buff, the Blessing of the Lady, plus 20% missile resistance, and then with the various spells that she has and buffs that, yeah, it's going to make this, you know, a fight between our infantry, what should be in favor of the elves, in favor of all of these peasants, because, yeah, I don't have proper magic to back things up. Ooh, yeah, that was nasty right there. And yeah, there she is. She's right in the center of this fight. I had a real tough time trying to pick her out in the fight. And Tyrion is bogged down in the fight over here somewhere, and just basically fighting peasants alongside the Phoenix Guard. Yeah, having him not mobile definitely hurt me in this fight. And yeah, now the cavalry is just free to charge in behind. The Reavers are nowhere to be seen, and just did not have enough armor piercing to be able to really do any kind of meaningful damage against these guys. And now they're just completely free to smash into the back of our lines. And yeah, well, we're starting to, lines are already starting to deteriorate. Staying in the fight up here, but yeah, definitely not looking good. We've got some of the white lines taking off. They've seen enough from these Britonians, and they just want to get the fuck out of here. But yeah, basically a mop up now. Fortunately, not a great fight for me. My build was not going to be competitive in this fight, unfortunately. I was hoping that the Reavers would be able to do a little bit more damage, but definitely not the case. And yeah, should have definitely gone with some different. I mean, the infantry lineup is not bad. Swordmasters might have been a little bit better for fighting against these peasants, but I brought the Phoenix Guard basically because I wanted the bonus versus large for the cavalry. I was expecting that in this cavalry force, and that's the reason the swordsmen or the spearmen are here as well. But without archer support, I mean, even the archer support, I'm not sure would have been all that helpful here, just because of the armor of the cavalry. Really needed to bring some more air support and have more mobility on my lords. Maybe a noble. A noble definitely actually would have held the line a lot better against some of the cavalry here as well. But definitely should have brought a dragon. Maybe one of the blue phoenixes would have been helpful here in these fights. But more than likely, it should have been Teclis on this battlefield rather than Tyrion. But again, my lack of experience using the mages, I just didn't feel comfortable with them. But I don't know. I didn't really do a great job with Tyrion in this fight either. But Phoenix Guard just trying to hold out as long as possible, but they're pretty much alone in this fight at this point. Not sure where Tyrion is. I think he's in this bunch here, but I just was really unable to isolate any of these units, and he more or less just picked me apart. Basically, was happy to deal with the skirmish units. Oh, here comes some of the Reavers. Look at this. Came back, but yeah, light cavalry charging in there. Not gonna do much. Valiant defeat. What can you do? Probably come up with some better builds would be a good idea to start with. Anyway, we did a little bit of damage to this force, mostly to the peasants, the cavalry. Yeah, just really questing knights. Almost finished them off. This one Grail Knight, we did a little bit of damage to them, but yeah, the four Reavers just really. I mean, look at the kills on these guys. 4, 7, 9, 7. Just did almost nothing. I mean, wore them down a little bit, but yeah, probably definitely should have brought something other than them to this matchup. But yeah, congratulations to Turin. Remains undefeated. Big surprise there. Um, Best of luck to him in the rest of the tournament. I know he will definitely be very tough to take down. So links to his channel are in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Tyrion actually did do pretty well too, and yeah, Phoenix Guard, the White Lions, doing the bulk of the work there. But yeah, unfortunately, it's too much to handle, and too well outplayed and outmatched in this one. Right, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. So I've fallen now to 2-3. I think Turn's either 5-0 or yeah, I think it's either 5-0 or 4-0 at this point. Yeah, with one match to go, I will definitely need to win if I want any hope to going on to go on to the knockout stage. I believe I'm facing TzuDevil, who is in a similar situation to me. I believe he actually may be 2-3 as well going into this last fight, which means it may actually all be on the line in that one. So I'll be playing as the Tomb Kings, and I believe Sue is playing as the Dark Elves. So not my favorite faction to play against, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Thanks for watching. This is Ragnarok, signing out.